Hey Leo, Ali from Indigo Ascension. Welcome to your first weekly quick read for the year 2021. Now, this is a reading for the week ahead, January 11th, and we're going to cover, there's a lot of energies going on, okay? So please do know that 2021 is predominantly air orientated with a lot of air placements. Please also know that January and February will contain a mixture, a very interesting mixture of a lot of things going on, which ultimately sets the tone for the rest of the year. Now, we're going to collectively feel this changing of the guards energy in many ways. 2020, make no mistake, it was a deeply important year in that it was a crossroads. However, realistically speaking, in many ways, 2021 will still be an integration year for many. So we're still going to feel on some level connected to the old, knowing change needs to happen. So in our very human nature, we all know how we chart, yeah? For those that truly worked with the energies last year, they're going to experience a whole new paradigm in many ways. Is that punishment? Is it karma and dharma? No, it's complete free will and choice, okay, Leo? But let's focus on just this week. Now, I've been doing a lot of forecasting for clients as far as their year ahead. So I'm astrology head heavy at the moment. So it's been a bit difficult to condense the energy. But then again, there's a lot of energies going on for just this week. Now, it's noteworthy to mention that Mars moved out of Aries last week into Taurus. And also Venus moved Venus moved into Capricorn last year. But for this week, I want to focus on the new moon in Capricorn and how it conjuncts Pluto and how it's creating this alchemy, okay, within the skies about what is necessary as far as the old world, the old shadow masculine way in which we have embodied control, desire for power, all these themes of material, like if I look at Capricorn in the shadows, you know, how I can be driven by material drives, how I can sort of disconnect from the greater good of all, if you like, because Capricorn is very empathic and an amazing leader and has the nobility to be able to carry the weight of everyone's, the greater good of all. Capricorn knows in its highest element that it is not going to make decisions that everyone is amazingly happy with, but it's willing to communicate honestly and say, look, this is the transition, this is where we have to make this, this is where it benefits everyone, and that's the weight of responsibility I have, all right? The shadow of Capricorn can use power and control tactics to achieve the end result regardless of if it suits everyone or not. All right, we'll know in ourselves where that theme plays out, and it's not just about being a Capricorn, it is about every single one of us holding space for that shadow masculine energy within us. Masculine energy is about drive. What drives you to create the boundaries, the structures in your life, in love, in work, in your relationships with family and friends, take it however it resonates, your relationship to self. But this new moon in Capricorn conjunct Pluto, while we've also got Venus happening as well in Capricorn, all right, Leo, it's really helping us all get to the core, okay, of the connections within our life. We can work on the surface, we can sort of react in the moment, and that's just the dynamic and how it's always been. But this is about getting to the core of that shadow masculine aspect within us, within our relationships, that has always been there, that we need to address in order to authentically experience the connections we deeply desire. Okay? So this is happening in your 8th house, the 8th house of taboo, sex, inheritances, other people's money. You know, just keep all of those themes in mind. It is the house of intimacy. It's about into me, see, and really getting intimate with the connections in our life and looking at their drives and those themes around shadow masculine aspects. We can see this energy roll around the collective in the news as we speak, yeah? Okay. So I'll leave it for you to decide where it might be happening for you. Maybe other people owe you money because, you know, they've taken advantage from a shadow masculine aspect. Take it however it resonates. Balance is here, my friend, and that is the highest opportunity. After seeing things in a whole new way, thanks to that third eye chakra stuff, color coming through there, and maybe you had to go deep in 8th house energies to really get intimate with the situation, with yourself, with the dynamics at play. Take it however it resonates. There's an opportunity here for communications of a new vibration and nature to happen in these themes of your life. Like I said, 8th house rules sex, death, inheritance, other people's money, and loss. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Alrighty, my lovely Leos, the 3 of Wands has shown up, the 6 of Cups. Maybe this is something from the past. Maybe you guys are being drawn to the past in some way. Maybe pride has gotten in the way. Okay, I felt this conversation. I felt this, it's time to bring into balance the past, okay? Maybe you're seeing like karmic returns, okay? And when that's 8th house energy, 8 is the infinite. Like if I look at the 8, like the infinity symbol, okay, at the very core, at the middle point, I can stand here empowered in my now, really looking back at the past and really looking ahead and seeing how patterns really do get adopted and implemented and carried on, through the timeline in one way or another, where we're noticing repeat themes in relationships, whatever the case may be. Empathy has also shown up for you guys. Like I said, the pride card has also shown up, as well as envy. Now that is a very complicated yet very human way in which we all connect deeply and intimately in some of our most important relationships. When I see inheritances in the 8th house, it also might connect into family dynamics and how I have transferred. I don't see a lot of people, maybe they do. I don't notice a lot of astrologers mentioning this, but the 8th house to me is karmic repatterning, generational repatterning, because of that whole concept of inheritances. What have I inherited through the timeline, the way in which I embody shadow masculine energies? Are you seeing that replicated in the relationships in your life, where it might be your partner, your child, your whatever the case may be? There's something here about the timeline. And in order to authentically create a sense of balance and deep and everlasting change, which is the energies we are in, it's going to require empathy, a relook at this energy of pride and this energy of envy. All right, the envy card talks about I am the same as everybody else, but with different challenges. It affects our base chakra, our sacral chakra. The pride card talks about I love myself and I see myself in everyone. It's got a lot of throat chakra energy there, as well as solar plexus energy. And the empathy card, I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. Like maybe there's been differences, okay, within long-standing family matters, within intimate relationships, the way in which your love language, your connection, the way you connect to others, okay, and how it deeply impacts 8th house energies in your life, what you have inherited, okay, what you choose to leave as a legacy as well, where you see patterning emerging. Take it however it resonates, because there's a whole new way, okay, and I'm looking like there's an opportunity here to go back. It might be affecting children, it might be leading you back to look at childhood. Deep stuff, Leo, and the 8th house does go deep. It's ruled by Scorpio. Scorpio is not afraid to get to the depths of its emotions, okay? What it is afraid of, perhaps, if I was to look at it in a vulnerable way, is that it may not feel safe to share that version of itself with everyone. So there's something here deeply vulnerable, okay? Connecting into children, connecting into the past. There's an opportunity here to feel a victory, a sense of desire, like again, communication. I'm wanting to communicate. I'm charging ahead now. I might be connecting into Leos that have sort of had a bit of an aha moment across the last week, perhaps, and certainly you may be experiencing that this week. And as this week closes, you can see clearly wherein you might stop yourself, where others might stop themselves, where this beautiful recipe of empathy, okay, authentic pride, all right, and a release of the binds of envy can be let go, so that true balance can happen. All right, again, I want to reiterate, the shadow of Capricorn, you know, is highlighted in the collective. We're really looking at those themes. It's an amazing opportunity to work with the subconscious, Leo, and approach shadow work in a very grounded and methodical way. It is an opportunity to connect to authentic space. And sometimes that authentic space is about facing ourselves, facing the rawness within a connection, intimate or otherwise. Alrighty? Hope you got something out of that. Told you the next 2 months are going to be quite, I'm not going to say hectic. I'm reluctant to say hectic, Leo. A lot of energies, okay, but it sets the tone for the year. And so when 12 months are condensed into 2, these are the 2 months we're going to be looking back, and I'll be saying, remember back in January I said, and it'll bring you back to these themes. So just become aware of how energy presents in your life. All right, Leo, I hope you got something out of that. I talked for quite a while, didn't I? 10-minute quick read. If you'd like your own 2021 intuitive astrology forecast, which is unique to your birth time and date, and I'll work with coupling that up with the astrological placements this year. It's a 1.5 hour video. You can order that from the shop link above. And also, if you're wanting your own personal reading, as always, you can order that from the Indigo Ascension shop too. Have an amazing week, Leo. It's great to be back. I'll see you next time.